Most businesses have a few clients that are making their team absolutely miserable. People ask me, what's your target demographic? I say, nice clients. Most of the world is filled with nice people. Most businesses have nice people running them. And it's just these clients that are tough and that suck the life out of you, that take up so much of your time. And it's the toxic people in your life. They seem so much bigger and so much more impactful. And there seems like there's more of them than there are because they're so loud and they communicate so often their displeasure about things that they agreed to. And then they go back on their word. And we just won't even get into all of the things that they do. But let's get back into why it's my business model. I'm never going to run out of nice clients. And what's been so cool is our business is pretty much 100% referrals because we just want to grow nice and slow. It's my virtual assistant business. And our processes are amazing. Our team feels really good. We have this perfect trickle of new clients coming in. And so we're just referrals right now. And what happens when you only accept nice clients is they refer other nice clients. And it's the clients who, and believe me, in the beginning of this business, even with my best efforts to not accept people who weren't nice, I was in a spot where I needed clients and I wasn't as confident as I am today because we had just started, and we're going to go into that in a second. But the clients who are the bad clients, they usually refer other bad clients, and it's because they share the same core values as those other people. Core values such as deny that you ever responded to that email and asked specifically for that thing. Just say that you never saw it, even though you're the one that asked for it. And then now we're in trouble because we did the thing that you asked us to do, but now you forgot that you asked it because you just don't care about people at all enough to read your past emails. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm very vehement about this stuff because these clients in the past would drive my team crazy. And my team, they care so deeply. They care about doing their job well. And so when a client who's a bad client says, and it's completely against what they said last week, it's completely different, that's a bad client. One who doesn't even remember what they said last week, doesn't care enough to read the email that they sent last week. And then my team is trying to figure out, oh, is it us? Is it our fault? No, it's not your fault. This client is a bad client and we need to not have them as a client. I'm just so thankful we haven't had this in a while, in a long time. It is so beautiful. But when you're new to your business and you're offering your service for the first time, you don't know what you don't know. And so sometimes you get a client and it seems like they're going to be this big deal. And, one sign of a client who may not be ideal, I'm not saying it's always the case, but they're like, I'm going to bring you this much business. Can I have a discount? And they want a discount even before they brought you all the business. And they're just like playing that hard negotiator type, not realizing that if they're paying less for your services, it's harder for you to provide your services. And anyways, you know the trickle effect of not charging enough for your services. So you'll get a client like that in and you will feel like it's going to be this great relationship. And then all of a sudden they're making these demands and they're mad at you. And you're like, oh, maybe it's me because you're kind of new. But once you've been offering the same thing for a long time and you know your processes are good and you know that good clients are going to be happy because they're good clients and you have a service that they need and it solves their pain point and they're just so happy to finally have a company who cares about them and who double checks things and has attention to detail. They're just so happy to have you. At that point, you know you're good. And I mean, we're kind of there. We know we're really, really good. We know our process is good. And so we just don't stand for it. Our clients have to be nice. And so I encourage you, if you're at the start of your business or maybe you're in a tough financial pinch and it would just hurt way too bad to only accept nice clients, I want you to know that I totally get it. And my advice for you is to get financially stable, focus on the thing, ask yourself what brings in the most money, because you need to get financially stable. I know it's not all about money, but you need to get financially stable so that you can improve your business. Because if you're not financially stable, making these business decisions, you're just not in a good place. You've got to make them from that financially stable position. And so once you have some money saved up, once you focus on those things that you're really good at that make you the most money, and you really, really focus on those things and you build up those cash reserves, then you can be super choosy and then you can set those boundaries. And we'll make another video about setting boundaries. And in fact, I do have a video that I made about this on my other channel. I will link it here, but I'm going to make a more in-depth one on setting those boundaries. But again, we have to have those cash reserves. We have to feel comfortable financially before we can start setting boundaries. I remember being in business masterminds and they're telling you about the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, that 20% of everything contributes to most of your growth and 80% is not contributing to your growth and maybe even holding you back. So it's 20% of your clients are your best clients, for example. 20% of your services are the ones that are making you money. 20% of your team members are doing most of the work. And it's just a percentage that, it may or may not be close, but the idea holds true that you'd be surprised how few of your customers are actually the ones that are keeping your team the most happy and how few of your services are actually the best parts of what you offer. And so it's really, really good to go into that. And when you focus on those things that are giving you the biggest return, that you guys are the best at, that your team enjoys the most, then you'll start building those cash reserves. When we're unfocused and we're all over the place and we're just trying to cash grab because we're strapped for money, believe me, I've been there. I have been there. But when we're doing that, it dilutes everything that is usually magical about what we offer. And usually we just have to sit in the pain for a little while longer. And by the pain, I mean that when we first have a business idea or we first offer something, we're all excited about it. And then comes the real work. And then comes serving the customers that you got and figuring out the problems and getting through that pain. And once you're past the pain, usually that's when you have systems. That's when you have team members helping you. But it's hard to get past the pain. And that's why 93% of businesses fail, because they don't get past that pain. So I'm just saying, focus. Let's get you past the pain. And then you really can say, you know what, this is not a good fit. And you can refer them out, or you can say that, you're not offering that service anymore. And usually these customers, they're asking for things outside of your scope. They're asking for things that are outside of what you offer your other customers. They're asking for discounts. Their amount of messages that come in that contradict other messages that they've sent is absolutely unreal, and they don't even realize it. You don't need that in your life. And so you can say, we don't have the level of support that you need. This is this is what we normally offer our clients. However, we know you want this support. So here's where you can go instead. And once you've offloaded those clients, you will just thrive. And what's really, really unfair is it's your good clients who end up paying for your bad clients, because your bad clients are taking up so much time, so much mental energy, and it's making your employees dislike their jobs. And here you have these good clients who they don't bother you that much. They're so thankful and they're so happy because they can tell, like I said, that you care about what you do. And they're getting neglected a lot of times because of these squeaky wheels who just have to go. They just have to go. One of my principles in business is follow the love and not the fear. And by follow the love, I mean, who are my clients who I just love serving? And what is the reason that I don't want to let go of these tough clients? And usually the reason is because we're scared. We're scared that they're going to say something bad about us. We're scared to lose the revenue. We're scared that we won't be able to find clients to replace them. And for me, in business, I say I have to follow the love. I cannot follow that fear. If it is fear driving me, then I'm not going to do it. And so I journal deeply and I say, okay, is this love or fear, this action that I want to take, or this action that I don't want to take, meaning letting, clients go that need to go. And if it's fear, then can't follow that. I can't. And following my principles means that my circles trust me. They know my principles. They know my core values. Follow the love, not the fear. Always do the right thing. Positivity, always learning. They know my core values. And it also makes you more referable too. So when you're just excellently serving your nice clients and letting go of the clients that aren't so nice, all of a sudden you're going to be freed up to just serve, and your reputation's going to improve and all of the things. And I have this other video that you might want to watch, because there might also be this underlying issue of worrying about what other people think. And this is on my personal growth channel, but I'm going to link it here. It's the 15 ways to stop worrying about what other people think. You might enjoy that one too. All right. Can't wait to see you on the next coffee chat. If you enjoyed this, give me a little like so that you could tell the algorithm to show this to more beautiful, wonderful, amazing people like you. Bye.